Serious? Good. Serious stuff? Good. Did you turn off that software?
No. Welcome to GNT, your one-stop shop for gaming news and whatever else we want to talk about. I'm Nick.
And I'm Brandon.
Today we're going to start with Bethesda released an image teasing their E3 conference. Their conference will be on Sunday with Microsoft kicking off E3, not with, but afterwards. And they released this image. I'm going to pull up. And it was part of the announcement.
It's like we're there.
Yeah, we're here.
We're there.
And there's kind of a theme of Bethesda Land. And it starts off in the middle with Fallout 4. Then we have Dishonored 2, Prey. Then they're going to have two new IPs, two new games. The first one, at the top we have Skyrim, Doom, Quake, and then their second IP. So, I mean, it's kind of... They were speculating through this image. I mean, they're saying Dishonored 2, there might be a DLC. Prey comes out... Actually, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
You forgot one of the most important games of all.
What's that?
Fallout.
Fallout, yeah, it's right here, right in the middle.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You didn't call it out.
Oh, I didn't?
You saw the bubblehead there, and I thought, he didn't mention Fallout.
And that'll probably be the Fallout 4 VR game that they've been working on. I think Skyrim will just be for the Switch. They'll probably just...
Skyrim VR.
That'd be awesome.
Not. Skyrim sucked.
Well, I mean...
Wasn't as good as Oblivion.
No.
You know it.
No, it's still good.
Everybody knows it.
I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. Micromanagement. Not.
Yep. So getting ready for E3, trying to build some hype around that. Then we have Nintendo announced their new Nintendo 2DS XL. It'll be released July 28th. Kind of surprised because people thought with the Switch being a portable console that they might kind of forget the 2DS console, but apparently not because they're coming out with a new one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, people get paid a lot more than we do just to comment on how we think that they're not good ideas, but
yeah,
whatever, you know. It's one of those things where I don't know. I mean, like you said, the thing about the Switch was it was supposed to be, you know, a portable console, and I think what they're finding out is that people don't like the mix. You either want your console, console, and your portable unit, your portable unit.
Yeah.
I don't think that I mean, obviously they're trying to make a hybrid, and I just don't think that's what people are after. I don't know. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, it's good news if you're a fan of the handheld Nintendo devices. It looks like they're going to keep going with that.
Well, I would have thought that if they were going to make a big push for the Switch to be like a replacement handheld, then they would have really pushed that more. I mean, and they did kind of make it so it looked like, you know, okay, I get it. You can use it portable and stuff, but it's not, you know, it just doesn't have the, I don't know, they're not doing any favors to draw you to be like, oh, I want to take that with me.
Yeah.
And, you know.
It almost seemed like more of just like a side feature. Like, yeah, it does all this stuff, and you can also take it with you. Like,
right.
So, I don't know.
I mean, I think, honestly, if it wasn't for Breath of the Wild, that console would have had a horrible start. I take it back. It wouldn't have had as good a start as it did.
I agree with you.
And I think that another thing that they do is I think that they say, oh, we're going to have lots, and then whenever all pre-orders are taken up, they build that false hype to be like, oh, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, maybe.
And, you know, and then, oh, we're getting them back in stock quick, you know, just because we have a big warehouse full of them and we're, you know, pulling your leg, but I don't know.
Yeah. The new Nintendo 2DS will launch with Hey Pikmin, Pikmin spin-off game, Dr. Kawashima's Devilish Brain Training. Which,
I want to buy it now. I want to go get it.
If you're into,
I'm gonna go pre-order that.
If your brain needs training,
after the show,
get that. And Metopia, which so far no big releases with that.
Oh, well, you just named 2 of them.
Dr. Kawashima's Devilish Brain Training.
Look out.
It's
Game of the Year potential right there. Game of the Year potential. I'm all about it. Sign me up.
There has been a potential leak for the release date for God of War, which is coming out for the PS4. A Portuguese gaming retailer has it listed to release on September 14th of this year. It just seems weird because, I mean, to have an exact date like that, usually they put the end of the year or the end of the month it's coming out. And it lines up on a Thursday, which I guess in Europe is days when games come out over there.
Poor Europeans.
Yeah, and we get it on Tuesday.
Yeah, really.
America.
America.
So, I mean, it could be nothing, but, I mean, it makes sense for it to come out in fall, I guess.
I played the first one, really enjoyed it. Haven't played any of the other ones. I kind of have like to see what this one's about. Mm-hmm. I think they went... In the first one, they kind of, I don't want to say kept it grounded, but it had more of a kind of over the top, but yet still kind of in the realm of, with Greek gods and stuff. Still kind of wasn't toned, full-blown crazy like some of the other ones I felt were. So it'll be interesting to see.
I don't know if I may have played bits of one for PS2 maybe. I've never really played one, but I thought this one looked pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I'll wait and see how it is when it comes out. The Division is free to try until 4 p.m. on the 7th, which is this coming Sunday. So from now until Sunday, if you want to try The Division, it's free, so go ahead.
Yay!
And big news, the uncensored version of Half-Life is now playable in Germany. So if you've lived in Germany for the past almost 20 years and haven't been able to play it, you can finally play it. The edited version included the language was set to German. You couldn't do it in any other languages. All soldiers were replaced with robots. All blood was replaced with oil, and the body parts were replaced with cogs, springs, and other mechanical parts. And in their videos on YouTube, it's hilarious when you kill a human, like the scientists. You kill them, and then they just sit down and they shake their head like this, and then they disappear. Like there's no blood or anything. So I mean, yeah, if you've been wanting to play that in Germany,
geez, I want to play the German version now. I don't want to play the regular version.
Just look up a video on YouTube, and then you'll probably get your fill of it.
All right, I'll have to do that.
And then we have another legal issue with Zenimax Media, which is the parent company of Bethesda. No Matter Studios had a Kickstarter project. The game was called Pray for the Gods, and they had to change it to Pray, P-R-A-E-Y, for the Gods instead of P-R-E-Y. Because apparently it was too close to Prey, which is a Bethesda game. No Matter Studios said they considered fighting it, but ultimately thought spending any of their Kickstarter money on a lawsuit and not on the game wouldn't be right, which I think is a good move on their part. Because, I mean, even if they spend all their money, I don't know if they'd be able to beat Zenimax.
Of course not.
And it's just, if it were this one thing, it's one thing, but in 2012, Zenimax settled with Mojang, who made Minecraft, over a dispute involving Mojang's game Scrolls, Elder Scrolls. 2015, there was a fan project called Fortress Fallout, and they had to change the name because Fallout series. So it's just like, I mean, at one point, I mean, Zenimax is winning. Like, they do Fallout, they do Elder Scrolls, they do all these huge games. I mean, they make probably some of the best games today.
Used to.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, they're huge, so it's like, I don't know why they have to pick at these little Kickstarter projects. They're trying to make a cool game, and I don't know, are they really worried that they're gonna hurt Prey somehow? I mean, I don't know.
I know, and unfortunately, the fact that this company had to change their name of their game kind of sucks, because I do like the pray for the gods things, because I get it. It makes sense. So it's kind of like, okay, do I play a god and I get to kill, humans, or do I play a human and I got to evade the gods? I mean, it seems like just by the words alone, it seemed like it had probably a pretty cool premise. But now that now if I wouldn't have known the history and I'd have seen pray, Praey, for the gods, like, what the hell is this shit? I'm not interested. I don't care how cool the concept is. Pray, Praey. Give me a break.
It almost seems like a typo. It's like, man, I think they spelled that wrong.
Yeah,
Put an extra A or E in it.
Yeah, I think Zenimax needs to back it down a little bit.
They need to relax a little with the. I mean, they just won like $500 million from
Oculus.
Yeah, because supposedly they were working on some.
Yeah,
VR
really
first.
putting it to really putting it to other companies. Heaven forbid somebody else. And if I was Oculus, I would. There's not a chance on God's green earth I'd let Fallout 4 come out on that thing.
Yeah,
I'd say, what?
Imagine.
Here's your $500 million. That little project you're working on for VR? Hang that shit up, because it's not coming to us. And if I was HTC Vive, I'd do that too, because I'd say this is what hurts the VR trying to get rolling, is by big companies like you coming in trying to take the steam out of the sales of if you wanted to make if you wanted to make a headset, make a headset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we use something that you had, where the hell's your headset at? Why haven't we heard about it?
Yeah.
It's horse shit.
Exactly. Like I said, with that whole thing, if they would have announced years ago that they were making a headset like Oculus was, then maybe there's something there, but still, I mean,
even if they bring out a headset.
Right.
Even if they had, say, oh, we have a headset on, we're working on or anything. But no, it's not that.
There's nothing.
And I think it's horseshit, because they're acting like a bully. And they act like a bully there. They acted like the bully in these other lawsuits. And I don't like that. And I might boycott their products, but unfortunately one person isn't going to make or break Zenimax, what I mean?
Right.
But I think if people knew the true story and like this stuff that has come to light, where they've, tried to, or they have bullied these other projects to changing their names and bullied, Oculus into giving them money. I mean, that's horseshit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, who suffers are the gamers, are your fans. You're not punishing the game developers. You're punishing the people that you want to buy your games from robbing them from potential other experiences, all because it may have a similar name.
Yeah.
I mean, that has an A in it. You better not. You better change the name.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Where does it end? It's horse shit.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just don't understand at all. Like, even if it has the same, it's the same word in the title, but even if it's similar, I mean, what's that going to do to their game? I mean, is it going to hurt their game? Is it?
No. I mean, Fortress Fallout. Does that make me think of Fallout 4? No. Fallout 4 had micromanagement, and micromanagement sucks. That's what makes me think of Fallout 4, micromanagement. So anything with micromanagement in it, we better take that out too, Zenimax. Get on it. Start suing people.
Yeah. And Scrolls. Oh, that must be an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's... But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're on Elder Scrolls 6, and I see scrolls. Oh, that must be the new...
Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. I better get it. What? Oh, it's not? I mean, come on. This is a day and age where everything is so transparent. I'm not going to confuse Fallout Fortress for a Bethesda game. I'm not going to confuse Scrolls for an Elder Scrolls game. I'm not going to confuse Pray for Gods for Prey. That's not going to happen.
No.
So, why they feel like they need to go and crush other people is beyond me. It makes, like I said, they're acting like a bully. And that's not what the gaming industry needs.
No.
Gaming industry is supposed about bringing creative ideas and enjoyment to the players, and they're potentially robbing players of those experiences. Not certainly helping it, the cause. You know what I mean? It's a little disheartening.
Yeah. That's actually all of our news topics. It was a pretty slow week. One game I actually started playing, it was free on the PlayStation. It actually might be on Xbox as well, but it's DC Universe Online, and I downloaded it with low expectations, and I made my guy, and I actually kind of like the story. The story was pretty cool, and some of the customization things were pretty cool as well. Your powers you can pick, and I started, and the tutorial was all right. I mean, it's not gonna blow you away, but
that's for sure.
I really like the looks of it. I mean, it kind of had a comic book look, and I got through the tutorial, and I was actually enjoying it. And then I got to Gotham, because you pick your mentor. You can pick Superman, Wonder Woman, or Batman for the heroes, and then
Ben Affleck. All right, that's my mentor.
And then I got to Gotham. And I went to do my main mission, and it was just so laggy. Like, I went up and I was fighting a guy, and I just attack, and nothing. And I walked away probably 5 minutes later, and then all of a sudden I just started taking damage, and I die. And I was like, holy cow.
That sounds like a hell of a game. I'm going to download that tonight.
I don't know if it's not supported. I mean, there were a lot of people playing. I mean, man, that's why it was so laggy. But I don't know what's going on with that game. But yeah, that's a new game I tried this week.
Yeah, I tried a new game this week.
Yeah,
it was Horizon Zero Dawn, and
I bet you had better luck.
I did. I hit stuff. It died. I didn't. But I did die once, I think, or twice. Yeah, but no. I had a little issue prior to that with figuring out how to get the HDR to work on my TV, and I wasn't thinking right and remembering what I had to do when I set it up for the Xbox One S, but there's actually a setting in the TV that I had to enable HDR on that particular port. So, got that done. So I set that up, and I started the game, and then I went in my graphics, and I chose the better graphics as opposed to the smoother playability, and wow, I can say, if you want a 4K TV, you're a gamer, you owe it to yourself to have a PS4 Pro and to play that game on the graphic settings, because it is one of the most gorgeous games I've played. Just the sheer amount of detail, the draw distance, really good. Now I can say that, like, some of the non-essential AI characters, their detail wasn't as good as Aloy, who is the main character, the female protagonist. I mean, her face and details are amazing. I mean, amazing. It's like you're watching, like, the opening sequence and cutscenes and stuff. It was like I was watching a movie, a real movie. I mean, just it was really hard to discern between, graphics and.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, I was really, really impressed. I'm like, if this is what we have to look forward to with, like, more games coming up. I mean, because this is early on take on the PS4 Pro's capabilities. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really got me to have high hopes for really graphically what we can look forward to. And, it's been a while since I've been able to say that with a console, because usually by the end of a console's lifespan, we see really good graphics, better than what we started with. But whenever we move over to that next-gen console, yeah, they're better, but it's nothing earth-shattering. Or it's nothing to really, I mean, it's something to take note of, but for some reason, for me, with this game, it was just really, it was really profound. Like, the difference was really profound.
Yeah.
And I'm not to say, I didn't play it in 1080p. I didn't start out, playing it and or not optimized. I can't really say what it would be like maybe just playing on the PS4 Slim. I can't say, how much of a difference, if there would be a difference, But, I mean, just graphically, the game is amazing,
Yeah.
So.
Did you get a chance to try the Necromancer? Play it alone?
I didn't play it any more than I have a hard time firing up the laptop and playing, especially with the consoles on hand. I've not put much time into Persona 5, which I got to get back into, because I really enjoy that game. I was just kind of overindulging in it, I think, and I bought that. I thought, I'm here, I'm gonna get it, and I got Horizon, and really in the back of my mind, I wanted to just go home and play Persona, and and I might even do it tonight for a little bit because I'm getting, I got through the second palace, and I'm, progressing in the story. So I really want to see how it. I mean, I really got, my claws into that one. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna, get back into that and see where that takes me. And
I played the other night, still trying to catch up to where I was, and I got through a good chunk of the dungeon, and I got to I beat the first boss, and then I got to where you fight like the same kind of enemy again, I guess. And he wiped us. He did this one attack. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to anticipate it. And
ice is his weakness.
Okay.
So if you have a Persona with ice, you can freeze them and get the weak. As long as you get the jump on them. If they come off an alert or just a straight up attack, then I think that you're pretty much screwed. You have a slim chance of surviving that. But if you get the ambush on them and you hit them with the ice, it's game over every time.
But yeah, I remember that was the same place I wiped the last time I went through too. But yeah, so then I stopped after that. But I'm pretty close to the end then.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But knowing once I make it a point in battle that you have your three other characters and they all have their personas with their ability, and I make my first, whenever I ambush and I'm facing a new enemy, I make it my first priority in finding that weakness, because finding that weakness is the make or break in that game. So if you can hit them with the weakness and really set yourself up, now it does get a little repetitive, because once you start through a dungeon and you figure out, okay, this guy's weak to that, this guy's weak to that, then you can make short work of everything, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's strategic, If they get the jump on you, they can make short work of you. So it's not like it's unbalanced. I mean, they can kick your ass just as easily as you can kick theirs, if you know. So I guess it's just a matter of kind of remembering to find that weakness in them and take advantage of it, exploit it. But
no, I think once I get through the first dungeon and into new territory, I'll be back into it. But just getting through it. Yeah,
because then, like I said, once you get the story to progress and you start, it gets good. I can see where you're getting a little frustrated not being able to get through that first dungeon. But yeah, I was around that same point. I was frustrated too. But it seems like once you do that, because once you get past that boss and you get up through that room, then you're not too far away from the part where you go up into the tower. Which once you get up into the tower, then it's pretty much.
No, that's actually where I encountered this guy.
Oh, did you get to the safe point or the safe room in the tower, or did you?
No, because I went back to right before like the cathedral area. Where you beat the first boss.
Okay.
But
yeah, and then today is May the 4th, Star Wars Day.
Yep.
So, I thought, for me, Star Wars, there's just so much I like about it. I mean, and there's so much, it's hard to describe. I mean, you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
And if you're really a fan of it, you get it, you enjoy it, and it's one of those things, even though we keep saying about the third Death Star.
Yeah.
We're not a fan of that, but
everything has its ups and downs.
Yeah. And, I'm glad now that Disney has the rights to Star Wars. I'm excited to see more spin-offs. We've talked about it before, but being that Star Wars Day, I mean, I don't know why Lucasfilms didn't. I think they really could have capitalized on spin-offs. I mean, the obvious choice is Han Solo spin-off, because he has such a open past where you think, oh man, all sorts of crazy fun stuff that would make a good movie could happen to him.
I was just watching Empire Strikes Back before I came over here, it was a scene with him and Lando says my ship, and he was like, well, I won it fair and square, so I'd be kind of excited to see how he won it.
Yeah.
The Falcon from Lando.
Another aspect of that, what kind of ship he piloted before the Falcon, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I there's just so much cool stuff you could do with the side stories. I'd really like to see a Boba Fett side story. Really think it'd be. I mean, in the main in the main storyline, he's portrayed as a villain, but I mean, you could portray him in a whole different light. Unfortunately, he does he gets contracted by the Empire, but just because he did work for them doesn't necessarily make him a bad guy. Because
I mean, on Geonosis in episode 2, I mean, he sees the Jedi kill his father, so it's like, well, yeah, you're gonna have a different frame of mind from the start. I mean,
yeah, you probably wouldn't work for the Jedi, but that's not to say that he wouldn't work for the rebels, because whenever the rebellion's happening, he's, they aren't directly correlated with the Jedi at that point, because there's only Yoda and Obi-Wan at that point, So, I mean, so many different ways you could take a Boba Fett spin-off. I really think that'd be cool. Or even Star Wars bounty hunters. I mean, you could just do bounty hunters as the name of the thing, and just have different bounty hunters,
Be cool. I'd love to see, because I think it's still canon that there were other Jedi that survived Order 66. I'm not positive on that, but it'd be cool to see Darth Vader use him to hunt down other Jedi, or to see if other Jedi are still alive afterwards. Or
you could
like
do, and then you could even do a side story of other Jedi that have nothing to do with that. It could be about them being isolated on a planet, kind of like Obi-Wan was, but they fully hone their Jedi skills and have a lot of power and bring peace to that planet, and then the Empire threatens that planet, and they could completely destroy that Empire threat. I mean, that could be like the whole spinoff, but and it could still be very plausible. You know? I agree. I mean, there's just
the galaxy's a big place. Yeah,
and there's a lot of room for them to do interesting things like that, and I think we'll see that. And I like to see like Star Wars Land or whatever they're doing down in Disneyland. I think that's going to be fantastic. I mean, who hasn't wanted to travel to a different planet per se and experience kind of like that Star Wars universe, and to be able to do that firsthand? I mean, that is so awesome. Yeah. I mean, just all the different aspects of it. Not only having a location kind of feel like that, but then the people that work there are going to be in costume, so you'll have aliens and stuff that you'll interact with, and really put you in the thing, put you in Star Wars. Yeah. And I think that's really awesome too.
I remember when we went, I was a kid, they had it was just like a little stand. I think it was in a building, but you could go through and build your own lightsaber, and you could pick, you had the light side and the dark side, and then you could pick the color and everything you want on the lightsaber, and it was just like a plastic lightsaber, but still, that was really cool. And now to have like a whole area dedicated to it.
Oh yeah, incredible. Yeah. And there's I know there's a guy that makes these replicas that are just out of control detailed. I mean, we're talking very intricate, and it goes as far as you can disassemble it to the point where you can see the kyber crystal. Oh, wow. And put them back together, and then they work. The head of them has laser beam or LED or something, but it shines, and it really looks like a light. I mean, it's unreal, but we're talking thousands of dollars. To a Star Wars fan, I mean, that's who wouldn't. I mean, you can get replicas of the lightsabers that aren't functioning in any degree, for a varied amount of price, but to actually have one that's that intricate detailed, I mean, I don't know anybody that wouldn't kind of want that. Yeah. That's just something that's really cool. But it's just one of those things where I think, and you see Star Wars reference all around you and stuff, and now it, has its own day, and it's just kind of one of those things where, whenever they came out with the first Star Wars, they probably didn't have any idea that it would be as huge and successful and as it was. I'm sure George Lucas thought it, obviously he thought it was a good idea, but I mean to be as epic as it is, he probably didn't imagine that.
Oh no. I can't imagine.
So
yep. So yeah, that's pretty much all our topics. We could keep going and try that Would You Rather game that I talked about, or you just want?
It's up to you, man.
Let's try it. I've been wanting to try. If it's a flop, then we know. And it's funny because I was actually thinking about doing a thing with this. I wanted to do a game that we would play this, and then if one of us got it wrong, we would have to do something or eat something bad. And then I swear it was a few weeks afterwards that I remember I told you about it on Jimmy Fallon's show. They did it. They had a Would You Rather, and they had the audience vote, and whoever picked the wrong one, they had to eat something gross. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, let's see if I can get this lined up. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this one to restart it. Because it should. I think there's a way you can get it to so you don't see the percentages.
Do you have to join?
No, I thought. Oh, okay, here we go. So we can pick, and then it'll show us the percentages of people who played this and what they picked. I'll bring it down so they can see it. So give up Christmas or give up your birthday. That's pretty easy for me, but
which one would you pick?
I was going to give up my birthday.
All right, go ahead and give it up.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I don't want to give up my birthday because that's the day you're born. So, would you still be born?
I didn't
what
think about that.
are we talking on? As far as how much are you giving up? I don't know.
Yeah. You can see what people said. My birthdays aren't amazing anyway. Anyone that voted for giving up Christmas?
Yeah, the blue ones. See, giving up Christmas, if they're blue,
oh yeah,
beats not being born. That's what I said. All right,
okay.
Let's go to the next one. I'm gonna pick this one.
Okay.
Take a suppository of vitamins daily. Take a syringe of vitamins daily. I'd take a syringe because I'm not afraid of needles, so that doesn't bother me.
I agree with you.
I rather would not want.
Oh,
people would rather take it in the ass. Wow, didn't see that one coming.
No, and I used to get shots for allergies. Like, it wasn't daily, but it was weekly. So yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. So I can pretend I'm shooting up heroin, but I'm really making myself healthier. There you go.
Yeah. What do the people in blue say? I hate needles. Okay, so you take it in the ass. I could get into that. All right. Go back up. Right. Yeah, we're getting... I mean...
Have Sarah Palin be president. Have Michelle Bachmann. I'll be totally honest. I don't know who Michelle Bachmann is.
Neither do I.
So either way, I'm going to go with her.
Nothing wrong with Sarah. Oh, wow. Torn. That's pretty close, too.
Yeah. In this one, no one wins. That's probably true.
Yeah, all right. Let's go to the next question since we really...
Yeah. Cheese grate your upper arm, slide down the fireman pole covered in tacks into a pool of rubbing alcohol.
Oh, well, God, that's... I'd rather take a cheese grate to your arm.
Yeah, me too.
You could go with a varying degree of grate to your arm. Sliding down the pole, I mean, you got all your body weight coming on that pole with the fire tacks, and then you'll know that you're going to land in rubbing alcohol. You know that's going to be a bad ending.
Yeah. All right.
See, people are not stupid.
Never said which way the tacks were facing.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Live in a penthouse in L.A. Live in a townhouse. Oh, well.
Oh, I'd definitely do L.A.
Me too.
Nothing against London, but
yeah,
LA's got a lot going on.
Be unable to survive without eating Be unable to survive without eating something every hour. Be unable to taste anything for the rest of your life.
Well, I feel like I can't survive without eating something every hour anyway.
Yeah, I pretty much eat every hour now, so
yeah, so
that's
shit.
not that bad. Yep.
Keep it on. All right.
Beat a tiger in a fight who ate a man. Beat a man in a fight who ate a tiger.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, either way, you're beating them in the fight, so.
Well, yeah, but are you more upset? Are you an animal lover or not? I think that's kind of the underlying thing. But I still think it'd be kick-ass to beat a tiger.
Yeah.
You get more notoriety for beating a tiger than beating a man.
Yeah. Oh,
50-50. See, that's because that's got an underlying...
Yeah.
That's why that bullshit's there.
Be famous on Tumblr, be famous on YouTube.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. Be famous on YouTube.
Heck yeah. Oh.
That's just... Well, that's not right.
I don't know what's going on now.
It's broke. If only 94,000 voted for Tumblr and 965,000, that number's a little skewed.
Yeah, and something's...
Let's go to the next question.
Oh, it's not responding. Recover that. Uh-oh.
We've junked it.
Couldn't take it.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
YouTube pays you enough if you get popular enough. Well, not as much recently, but we haven't gotten into that. Next. Be a famous athlete in the Olympics known around the world. Be a famous actor known only in America. I don't know whose turn it is.
Go ahead and pick.
I'll take the act. Be a famous actor.
That's what I'd have done too.
Oh, we're in the minority. America isn't the whole world.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Well, my thing is that if you're a famous athlete that wins the Olympics, then you're not going to get paid as well as the famous actor if you're known in America.
You have to keep winning to get some money.
Yeah.
Pick the Helix. Oh. In Pokemon, pick the Helix and pick them. I don't remember which pick gets you which Pokemon. So this was a choice in the early Pokemons, maybe the later ones too, but I don't remember which is which. I was thinking the Helix was better.
Go for it, dude.
Oh.
We're shut down again. We might just have to call it.
Yeah, we might have to call it there.
I don't think it's not playing nice. So.
Oh. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
System failure. Yeah, we can do that.
Might do that more later if we don't have system failure so much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Check out our YouTube channel. I just put up the second part of Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy, my playthrough of that, and it really starts picking up as we take on Thanos. So, teaser. But all right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.